Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, on another round of Righteous Readings, where I give raw, righteous, raw readings to you, my viewers, so you can make the most informed decisions about what's going on in your life. I believe with the right information, we can make the best decisions, and when we make the best decisions, we are doing what is best for us. So, hopefully the reading will resonate with you today, and if it doesn't, I hope that you're at least able to take something from it, whether that's just a bit of advice, knowing that you're not alone in your situation, or just enjoying the company. Okay, Taurus, we are about to do your July, May monthly. You are the fourth sign to be read for the month. Now, this will attain to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury placements of Taurus. Okay, now if you have Taurus in any of them 5 places in your natal chart, this is the reading for you. Okay, now thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Redsky, and this is my channel where I give tarot, oracle, and divinational readings. I hope you enjoy your time here, and I hope you return. For those returning, welcome back. It's great to see you again. And for my avid subscribers and loyal fans of the channel, thank you so much. You have no idea how much you all mean to me, my darlings. So, without further ado and too much hacking on from me, let's hit it and find out what's coming in for Taurus for the July, May monthly. I'll be doing a full Celtic Cross standard placements, which I'll then explain and then go through and clarify all these placements. I do that so I can hone in and get more specifics out of the generalized reading at the beginning. So hopefully we can answer some of those questions that you may have, or find some solace or solution here for you today, Taurus, okay? Or just kick back and enjoy the company, as I said. So thank you again for joining me. As I said, if you are new here and you do like the content, definitely consider subscribing to the channel and joining me over at the RRR crew. Okay, let me get the cards warmed up, Taurus, and we will find out what's coming in for your July 2022 for Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury signs of Taurus. Here we go. Taurus. Wow. All these readings I've found very fascinating so far, because I've all found synchronicities in all of them, and yours is no different. Got 2 aces. Okay, sword, sword, sword. Sorry, sword, sword, pentacle, sword, pentacle. 2 ones at the base. Major at the outcome. Wow, Taurus for an earth energy. You're very much flighty back between the pentacle, very earth energy, and that mental exhaustion of the air element. It's a little bit of passion, but it's like fighting earth and air, earth and air. They're not the greatest of mixtures, are they? Let's go through it. Okay, Taurus, the whole underlying energy for your July month so far is the King of Cups reverse. I feel like there's some sort of scandal or injustice that's penetrating all of July. Someone crafty, someone that's mistrusted by others. They're full of ego, they make you feel vulnerable, unless this is a facet of yourself and you're doing this to others. There's this real sense of being brought in, caring about someone and then being dragged in over the coals kind of thing. Being roped into their issues or taking on their problems as if they're your own, or you've been left holding the bag kind of situation. I feel like you got swept in with all the other leaves during autumn breeze, you know what I mean? You're meant to be there, you're just cast there by the wind. It's the unfortunate series of events. It's a chain reaction. Spirit showing me like carts of a train separated, 3 carriages, and there's one sitting, and all of a sudden it's like a magnetic pull, it just joins onto the others. It wasn't meant to be there. 3 carriages are now turned into 4. It's linked up carriage it wasn't supposed to. And then the train derails. It's like, if that carriage wasn't there, it wouldn't have derailed. It's like being put in a place where you weren't supposed to be. Or being taken advantage by someone you shouldn't have even been anywhere near. It's a series of unfortunate events. Maybe that's what you're telling yourself. I'm not quite sure how it taints to for you. But we'll find out. Let me just get some hands are a bit icky. Alright, Taurus. Coming into July, your current energy is out the Four of Pentacles reverse. Taurus, you're gifting a lot to others at the moment throughout July. The Four of Pentacles reverse is that of, got a lot of ideas here about methods of money. Right now you don't care about it and you're gifting it away. You may be paying everyone's lunch. You may be paying the tab at the end of business brunch. Or you may be just doting a lot of money around. But you're not counting the pentacle at the moment. Just be careful of spending. It's great to be free with the money. But we don't want people crying over the spilt milk the day after payday that they're all broken. They had the best steak the night before, but now they can't eat for the rest of the week. Just be careful that you're not going too overboard, being too lush in your gifting, to show your appreciation and all affections. Just be careful. Money won't do it. Your challenge, obstacle, issue that you'll need to deal with, face throughout the month of July is that the Ace of Swords reverse. When the Ace of Swords comes in reverse, it really does speak out real atonement to the fact that there's some self-destructive tendencies here, I've got to say, and maybe even a bit of temper behind it. We're misusing your powers or your wants. There's a lot of destruction here. There's a lot of things that have no force, or things that feel out of your force to control. There's some embarrassment here. There's some fear here. We're not trusting our mind. We're not trusting our intuition through our mental facilities. For some of you Tauruses, you may actually feel a bit out of your head at the moment, I want to say. But you're so temper-ridden right now, I want to say. You've got a real temper issue right now, Taurus, and you really need to get under control. I'm seeing you like losing it, throwing things, or seeing a boy smashing a wall and a big hole like through the plasterboard. You've got to control your anger. Boxing helps sometimes if you've got a big shit out the back with a secure, proper secure weight-bearing joinery that can handle the load of a boxing bag. Put it out in the shed, that's what I did when I was younger. Box the fuck out of it. Take that aggression out in that bag. Once I even made that bastard fall down. It was the best day. My dad wasn't too impressed, but he fixed it. He said that someone must have cut the rope first. No one cut that fucking rope. But a boxing bag does help to get out some of that aggression. And it wears you out enough to reset your mind, your body, sorry, that therefore resets the mind. It's just a suggestion. Crowning the whole reading, hanging above it all, the Five of Wands reverse. Having to fight here for everything, every thought, every opinion, every desire. Fight very hard. Fives are always that of challenges, blockages and setbacks. But here for you, there is a sense of real trickery and dispute, someone working against you here. You're failing because you haven't maybe used your abilities to the fullest, or due to some sort of litigation, fraud, or loss, or some third party that's again feel quite embarrassed at this point of where it's at. That you're not able to push through this, that you're not able to whack them down, whack them all, you know what I mean? The foundation, the root of the ring, where everything's built up from, is the Ace of Wands. This is better. Because this is a fresh new seed in creation, beginning of invention. I mean, if you've got escapade, it can be a birth of a child for some of you. But for most of you, it is about a turning of a new tide. Taking some control back here. Getting some fortune back. Something that you can invest in, something that's a fresh seed in creation, beginning a real meaningful escapade, something that will go down in history for you. Past energy leaving you now still prevalent though. 10 of Swords. Pain, ruin, afflicted, backstab, ruined, cannot go any further. One sword would have done. This poor fellow's taken 10. It's a bit of an overkill. Bit of an overkill. The 10 of Swords is a card of pain. It's out of anguish. You're facing the low point in your affairs, but the worst has already passed. There's a reason for hope, and with every 10 there is a completion of a cycle. You just need to heal and mend now. Moving forward, we have another Swords. 2 of Swords reverse, Taurus. This is trouble and falsehood. In moving forward, there is a lot of disloyalty. Will return more disloyalty. And there is a lot of disloyalty, I want to say, around you right now, Taurus, that you may have invested in and they're not worthy of the time of day. There's a lot of tension, a lot of discord around you, and you just feel very broken right now, but you cannot get anything on par. 2's are always that of duality, meeting or division. Forks in the road. Advice from Spirit for you for July is another fork in the road. This one's the 2 of Wands. Spirit is telling you constantly assess during July your idea of the world and how you want it to be, and realization of the world as it actually is. Hold them both in your hand and look at them and say, are they one and the same? Is my idea of it and the reality of it one and the same? If not, it's time to realize that and start making adjustments. Learn to accept these things. Outside view of you, Taurus, and what they see, it's not necessarily what's going on, it's just the outside view of you. They see the King of Pentacles, Big Daddy with a big monetary here. King of Pentacles is very, very business acumen. He's very smart cookie energy. You know, he's the one that's invested. He knows where everything is. He knows the markets. He knows it all. He has this brilliant gift at a moment's notice to be able to pull out money out of the hat, pull out the saviour. He never wants for much. He's got a lot of security. He's worked hard for it. He's a very smart individual. And that's what outside seeing you, Taurus, someone that's very smart, maybe even good with business acumen, like numbers, figures, hopes and fears. It's the 10 of Pentacles reverse. This is real fear and realization perhaps as well. There is a possibility that there is some sort of hazard or risk in regards to the home. There are aspects of your home life which are not secure as they should be. Whether that's relationships in or the actual home itself. Maybe you've fallen behind on your mortgage or your rent. Maybe there's possibility of being evicted, or tribunal issues, or the home is very much with this. Because of that, we're feeling very disabled. The outcome so far for Taurus, for the month of July, before we clarify, and that is none other than the Major Arcana, Judgment reverse, Taurus. There's a lot of delay and indecision here. There's a real refusal to face the reality your life, of your situation, of past, present. There's so much delay due to indecision or a real intolerance of acceptance and understanding perhaps as well. We don't want to. There's a lot of disappointment here, a lot of procrastination. You may feel a bit alienated through affections or through connections. I feel like you're going through some shit, Taurus. Internal, which is leading you to be a bit unstable external. I'll clarify it for you now. We'll get another lay deep and see if we can hone in on some advice for you. And I think I will pull a rune for you like I have for a few of the signs for additional information, so just making sure you stay till the very end for that piece if I do it, okay? But I think we might need to. Okay, let's clarify. Underlying energy for the clarifier, Libra's major arcana. Justice in reverse. Severity and judgment. Discord, biasm, reject tendency to intolerance, biasm, severity of judgment, bigotry, being made an example, being ridiculed, being blamed. Seeing like the villagers coming at you with pitchforks. Crazy. I hope it's not that bad. But I can see that's how you feel. Hunted. Isolated. Traumatized. In some ways. Taurus. Current energy. Four of Pentacles reverse, clarified by the Lovers reverse, Gemini's major arcana, and the King of Wands. This speaks of a person that's giving freely to the people that matter most to them or to themselves at the moment because they've gone through some really hard times. Some connections have failed, whether that's relationship or family. But you still have a lot of passion to give with that King of Wands. You're still being very authoritative and powerful. You're controlling your life, you're being very determined. You're showing initiative, and you're moving forward with success, even though you're coming out of very darker times. So you're giving to the things that matter to you right now. Yourself, maybe your children, to your home perhaps. Trying to show you warmth towards the community perhaps. Because you've had so much foul in the way of Lovers reverse, connections, love. Feel a bit unloved, I want to say, to be honest. I hate saying that, but I do. Bit alone, bit forgotten. So you feel. Your challenge is very interesting. Challenge or obstacle issue you need to face for the month of July. Ace of Swords reverse, Two of Swords reverse, Six of Wands reverse. All reversed. Ace of Swords reverse is lacking in force. There's too much indecision here. Two of Swords reverse coming in after that. It speaks about trouble and falsehood. Disloyalty around you. False friends, mistakes, lies, cheaters. And we've got that Six of Wands reverse after that. This speaks a massive atonement to the fact that there's a lot of delay and fear. You are gripped with fear, and apprehension results in more delays. Gains are inconclusive right now. If you can grapple the difficulty of this situation and this challenge, things will improve. Crowning the reading, hanging above it all, Five of Wands reversed with the Queen of Swords. Feeling like you're losing the battles here, like there's just too many obstacles, people to go through. You're losing more gain than what you're gaining here. feel like there's a lot of trickery, just so many disputes, you can't get any gumption here. And you're trying to stand and speak your truth, and you're trying to knock anyone down that's not doing the same. But you really are struggling just to keep your feet on the ground. The root of the reading, Ace of Wands, clarified by the Page of Cups reverse. In the root of everything, that there is some sort of fresh new beginning of creation, invention, birth of a child, something very meaningful going to happen to you in your life, or is happening already. The seeds have already been sown. Page of Cups reverse, they're coming in after that. Pages are usually more adolescent energy. This is speaking about being very seduced and charmistic, being very pulled in by something, being very flattered by something. It could be a person, place, or thing. Whatever's bringing in this creation for you, this idea, this new invention, whatever that is for you, is seducing the out of you right now. You are all about it. All about it. You're so wrapped up in it. Past energy living you now. 10 of Swords. Covered by the 5 of Swords reversed. My God. This past energy is scary and heinous. Honestly, it is. Past energy is that of being ruined, pained, afflicted, backstabbed. But we're moving forward from that. Not too far, I see, because then we've got the 5 of Swords reverse. This is being dejected. This is treachery and hurt and dishonour. Others will drag you into their affairs, and this is not being victorious here on the intellectual plane. It's being dejected. You're losing the battle and being very hurt for the process too. Being left to bleed out. Moving forward, 2 of Swords reverse, clarified by the World reverse, Major Arcana. 2 of Swords reverse is that misrepresentation, mistakes, losses from it. Falsity, false friends, lies. The World in reverse is saying this cycle just keeps on continuing. It's imperfect, it keeps on going. There's stagnation and failure here. There's a real failure to finish what one starts. Because of that, it's like we're gonna fail. Yeah, that Spirit's advice was huge, guys. Honestly, it's like 20 cards. Not quite. Initially, we had the 2 of Wands. This was clarified by the 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse, and the 8 of Cups. Spirit's advice is a lot. So let's go through and break it down one by one. Make it a little bit easier for us. 2 of Wands. Spirit's telling you to look at the idea of it and the reality of it and ask yourself constantly and readjust. Are they one and the same? There's some sort of theft or thievery, or someone, either you or someone else, need to save their own skin. Someone's going to get thrown under the bus here, kind of thing. 7 of Swords is that of making a mad dash for success, getting a 3/4 portion here, trying to save one's own skin before the blades are used against them. 9 of Cups reverse. Now this really does speak about unhappiness. It talks about mistakes. It talks about oppositions and differences. It talks about misplaced trusts, mistakes, material losses. Ace of Pentacles reverse is speaking a real atonement to the fact that you feel like you can have prosperity without money, or money without the prosperity. You can't have both. But you're walking away from a lot of this now. The 8 of Cups. 8 is not my 10. I'm leaving it, and whatever abundance I could take from it, whatever prosperity as it, I'm walking flat chat out. And that's the realization you're going to come to when you start going down this path of assessment. And meeting your mind with the reality of the situation. You're going to realize there's some sort of thievery here, or something that wasn't as it seemed, and this has left you to a lot of mistakes, a lot of material ruin, and most of all, it's led you to no other choice but to walk the fuck out. Spirit's saying it's the best thing too, in some regard in your life. Outsiders they view you as the King of Pentacles and the Fool reverse, someone that has a brilliant acumen of bringing in the monetary whenever it's needed, just pulling it out of thin air. Good mathematical skill or mathematical acumen, but they do see someone very neglectful of their responsibilities. That just wants to live fatalistic, follyistic, and they see someone that's a bit vain, got a lot of vanity going. It's all about them. Hopes and fears is a lot. Not a lot, but it's full on. Ten of Pentacles reversed with the Moon reversed. The Moon is the major arcana for Pisces. Your hopes and fears are that of losing the home, or losing the fixture of the home, or something's threatening the home. But you're going to realise the deceived and the deception and the deceiver before full damage is done, but you will still take a hit. It'll be much less than what you thought. If they're taking the whole home, you might take a brick. But man, the scare is enough to shake you sideways, Taurus. It's not the fact that they didn't get away with it or did get away with it. It's the fact that they were ballsy enough to even try or think of it, which has got you so furious like a ball in China shop. You are so pissed. They crossed the line. I'm hearing they crossed the line. You're ropeable. God help them. Now the outcome is a lot. We had Judgment in reverse initially. This is clarified with the King of Cups reversed, the Eight of Wands, and the Death card in reverse. Death card, of course, is the major arcana for Scorpio. Judgment's also the planetary for Pluto as well, from memory. The outcome is war. Judgment's not going in your favour. If anything, you're being made an example of. And you're really failing to accept this or move forward in this realisation. In fact, you're turning a bit King of Cups reversed. This tells me that you are being a little bit, how can I put this, hurt. So you're being a little crafty, hurt people, and you're not being very regarded in other people's feelings and emotions right now. You're kind of not giving a shit and pushing straight through them and over them. They're the ones that have hastily made movement, moving forward with gusto. It can be Cupid's arrows of love, seeing you maybe trying to move forward with someone, trying to take your mind off some of this unstaying, but it's not going to work well with that Death in reverse. I feel there's lacking in transformation and change here. I feel like for some of you Tauruses, you feel hard done by, and you do go a little bit rogue trader. You may make some decisions, movements, or connections that aren't for your best of good. And the cycle is very much continuing like that World in reverse in the forward energy. Because of mistakes, misrepresentations, falsities, and lies. This keeps happening. This brings in this. This brings in this. And it's a continual cycle of backwards bullshit. And though you've had a gutful of it, you're powerless to change it and not knowing what the fuck to do about it. And yes, I did pull a fucking ruin for you guys. When I grabbed the cards for the clarifier, I pulled the ruin and then clarified the placements. I think you need it. In case you hadn't noticed, it's been sitting here the whole time since that spot. And I don't know what ruin you got, but I will tell you. I don't know if you can see the one here. Okay, beautiful. It is the ruin number 15 of Courage. And I'll read you the meaning of that now, Taurus. So bear with me for a moment. Let me get my death stick. I do like that during story time. And let us begin. The ruin number 15, Courage. Courage is faith in action. Drawing this ruin indicates that you are being asked to recognize and honor the courage and strength of your own spirit. As you do, you will grow in the understanding necessary to continue traveling the road you have chosen and to face with wisdom whatever challenges life brings. Anyone who has been sorely tested, suffered through the death of a loved one, been critically ill, recovered from an addiction, or broken the silence of spousal abuse, knows well the courage it takes to heal. The insight from those transforming experiences gives us hope and teaches us that the reward from courage is wisdom. If it is the past that troubles you, know that the past is often healed by a courageous heart and mind. Are you being asked to make a leap of faith into an uncertain future? If so, consider the circle of ruins where courage lies between acceptance and prayer. Thus, the oracle is saying if you react to the present situation with panic or denial, there is no place for courage to take hold. If the challenge confronting you feels overwhelming, think upon those who have faced great adversity with grace and pray for their example to inspire you. Time and again, the true test of courage is to live rather than to die, to survive the period of crisis and complete your healing. Take comfort also from this. There is intimacy with the divine arising from the small brave acts that help us through each day. For some, receiving this ruin may be a reminder to reach out and ask for help. Taking the risk of reaching out is one of those brave acts of daily courage. For others, the ruin of courage announces that the cycle of sorrow and pain has finally come to an end. Be at peace with your healing. You have walked the path of true courage. Now it is time to go out in the world and live the life you were born to live. That's exactly what I was trying to explain. And I don't know how many times I've said that now. And I explained it much more better than what I could have. Taurus, have courage. Courage to heal. Courage to inspire yourself. Because when you do, you inspire all of those around you. And who wouldn't want to be inspired by or inspiring you? Thank you so much, Taurus, for joining me on another round of Red Ski's Righteous Readings. Please leave a like or a comment if you feel you would like to. But definitely subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. And join me, Red Ski, on Righteous Readings. Thank you so much, Taurus. And viewers in general, so nice to catch up with you again. I wish you all the very best for July, and I hope I was able to help you in some small way today, at the very least. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time on the next round.